prior to the assessment, which is written by the coaches. Formal meetings are held to go through and discuss these. At the end of the season comes the decision to release or retain players. This takes place at a formal face-to-face meeting and a further written assessment to settle down the details for discussion. Releases take place in the most thorough way, and the players will be assisted in understanding that they have not become a bad player. We don't close any doors at Lincoln City Football Club. Players have come back to surprise us in the past. The essential mix for a centre of excellence is having the best players, coached by the best coaches at the best facilities. Here at Lincoln City Football Club, we have been working hard in recent years to provide the necessary range of facilities. The club has recently developed its own training ground, and here the scholars work on a daily basis, alongside the first team squad. Our training ground has 2 full-size pitches, gridded and warm-up areas. There are high-quality changing facilities, an eating area, gymnasium, treatment areas, ice baths and offices. Scholars' education takes place at Sincil Bank in the custom-built Goal computer site. Most of the centre's coaching work takes place at Sincil Bank, where players and parents can feel part of the club. It is a real thrill for the youngsters to use the same changing rooms as the first team and be able to be treated in the same physiotherapist facility. The AstroTurf provides an all-weather surface that squads work on twice a week, whilst parents can either watch the sessions or relax in the executive lounge or trust suite.
We've got really good facilities here, particularly for a club in the League Two. Our facilities for training facilities are excellent.
If you look at what's available for the kids for them to use, I think the Centre of Excellence still train on the AstroTurf. Like you said, every day they're coming down here, they're seeing the ground, they're using the same dressing rooms that the pros are using for training, so that can only be a good thing for them. I think as well, if you look at all the way up to the youth team, they actually have got their own training ground at this football club. I mean, where I'm from at Peterborough at the moment, we don't actually own a training ground, and I think if you compare that to what they've got here, the kids have got the training ground up at the top of the hill, and they've got everything there that they need. They've got the gym, the changing rooms, the physio facilities, and they've got a good pitch to train on.
We also make use of the latest technology in the classroom, with a smart board providing multiple uses and aiding the team's learning. As part of our partnership with Lincoln College, we are able to use their Ravendale Drive facility for our games programme. The building, completed in 2007, is a terrific facility with ample dressing room space, full physiotherapy provision, classrooms and quality pitches for all ages. During their development, players are given medical support, information on diet and the latest sports science techniques. Our youth department is proud to lead the way in providing this guidance. It was one of the first to make use of ice baths for cool down, a practice now widely spread and acknowledged to aid post-match recovery. We use qualified staff to give scholars and Centre of Excellence players the best treatment possible, wherever the injury may have occurred.
The support I give to the children here is if ever they get injured, either here at the club or outside during school sporting activities, they come to see me and get injury advice and rehabilitation till they're back to full fitness. The relationship with most of the kids is good. You see them at such a young age, especially if they come in at under 8s and then they're here till they're under 16s. It's a long time to get to know each other. And they have to feel confident coming to me and comfortable doing it because they have to listen to what I say.
Now, I had a few injuries now and again. I had a serious one when I was under 12s, I think, but they helped you through it. They sent me for a scan and everything, and it was all fine. They looked after you.
One area of increasing importance is providing early ages with work on balance and coordination, among others. And for the older age groups, we gradually introduce age-appropriate gym regimes, developing core strengths. All that work and the contribution of sports science continues as part of the scholarship. Heart rates are monitored, individual gym programs are put together, and matches are videoed and match analysis undertaken. The scholarship system is an important part of the journey, from young player to professional. On completion of GCSEs, we operate a scholarship scheme for up to 18 boys. For 2 years, those players lucky enough to have been offered the chance will work full-time at the football club. Both the academic and educational aspects are covered and given emphasis. Lincoln City are exceeding the league football education's expectation of graduates and are very proud to have achieved 100% retention and 100% successful completion in the last 2 years, the only football league club to do so. We provide the Apprenticeship in Sporting Excellence, which caters for the development of elite athletes and is supported by LFE. Alongside the continued coaching and development of football education, the academic side has 4 elements to it. A sports-related technical certificate studying things like nutrition, psychology, physiology and fitness. An 8-unit MVQ, which is A-level standard. A-level 2 coaching qualification. Key skills.
Well, the scholarship is a two-pronged situation really. Firstly, there is an educational requirement and we have a responsibility and an obligation to deliver a qualification to the scholars who are on the 2-year programme, and the education programme is monitored by the Football League Trust. Their education officer comes in on a regular basis to make sure that we are delivering what is a bona fide qualification to the youngsters, and that's an important part of the programme. But also the footballing side is clearly what the boys are really coming into the programme for. They have to work hard on their education, but frankly they're all in there to try and become professional footballers, and that is the first and foremost part of their focus for the 2 years that they are with us. But we have a responsibility to them from both an educational and a pastoral point of view, because there are numerous examples of young footballers who have got a professional contract and in their first season suffer a horrendous injury, aren't able to play again. So we have to make sure they've got something that they can fall back on in the event of that terrible injury that means that they probably can't play football again and that their career dreams are shattered.
When you actually get into the youth team, you do start the scholarship. When I was here, we didn't have a choice in what course we could do. We all went in, did the sports diploma at Lincoln College. We started off there, we was going there half a day a week, we was training half a day and then going to the college for the rest of the day, which was important. We was mixing with all the other college students and it was just like doing a normal college course. But thankfully enough, they were understanding enough that obviously when players in the youth team, we've got games and we've got reserve games and all that, they managed to switch the course around. So we did 1 full day at college and a half day, and the rest of the time we could concentrate on football, which I think that made it better because obviously we wasn't messing around every day.
The government's Gifted and Talented programme seeks to identify children and young people with an ability to develop to a level significantly ahead of their year group, or with the potential to develop those abilities. As part of Lincoln City's development of youth, we provide potential scholars, under 15 and under 16, the chance to taste the work environment of football. For 1 day a week during the school year, they are invited in for a mix of education and football development. In this way, we hope to give them the chance to understand what a scholarship is like and to give them extra development time. Although we have a good record in scholars progressing to professional contracts, we take very seriously our responsibility to those who do not make it. Many scholars have gone on to college or university to follow other careers, and with our links we have enabled several scholars to progress to sports scholarships in the USA, and many play in high-level non-league football locally. Professional footballers today who have graduated from the scholarship programme at Lincoln City Football Club and progressed on to other clubs include Lee Frecklington, now at Peterborough United, Scott Loach, now at Watford, and our highest profile graduate, Jack Hobbs, now at Leicester City. We believe that all scholars at Lincoln City Football Club, whether they gain professional contracts or not, leave us better footballers and better people.
Looking at some statistics just last month, there is only one club in the Football League who has got more professional contracts from its Centre of Excellence and Scholarship programme in the last 5 years than Lincoln City. So I think those statistics alone show us that we're doing a pretty good job. We can improve, but we would like to get